Hello there. We're at the Bauhaus, German Home Depot. Mr. Nelson over here is trying to figure out what he wants to do. Do we need a cart?
We might.
I don't have a euro.
I don't either.
Why don't we get one of those big carts? We've established that the offerings here are pretty amazing. We probably wasted a bit of time just looking around in awe.
Yeah. Should we
But
go to the axe section one more time?
the axe section. You really want one of those, do you?
Do one for the house, one for the car.
One just to have on your belt.
No, one for the office.
We're working with BMW, no transporter. It's the fancy way of building.
Jonas? I'm not familiar with those metallics. Do you have silver? Yeah, the metallic.
We just got out of overkill. Nelson did a little bit of overkill on buying cans.
We went shopping, Mom.
How many cans? 40?
48.
48. Okay, let's
Right?
see if you can
No,
actually...
well, you can count it. There's 8 per box.
Well, I'm not gonna count that right now.
do it right
Audience, hit pause right now and count the cans. 8 per box, 40 cans.
I lied.
Hey Nelson, act now. It's the Döner, classic Berlin. Myth has it that the Döner was invented in Berlin.
I'm okay with it. Nein, it's the Polizei! Schnell!
Okay, Nelson, we're sitting here in a lovely spot in Berlin, Schlesisches Tor. At this point, we may have to put out some information about what we're actually doing here, because I think at this point it's a little confusing.
We had an idea, we went to the place, idea changed.
This is Nelson for you. So you still don't know what's up, but I guess you'll just have to follow along.
It's art. It's an adventure. Let's get our chocolate chip cookie and go.
We really just wanted to make a pee-pee stop, but now we're having coffee because might as well. We're really treating this as a casual encounter of Berlin and not as a work project.
Oh no, this is a European working schedule, not an American. It's like the Italians. Work
just-
starts at 9, you don't actually start working until 2.
I think we're getting pretty close to that. You ready? Should we actually do some actual work? Okay, after many hours of driving, I'm a little tired.
Time for a nap, we start at 2.
Here's all of our project tools. Now we just have to do it. How that feels here on the cheek, Is this the Alaskan flag or is it the European mixed with the Alaskan?
It's the Alaskan flag.
Wait, I gotta see the Schatzi line.
It's there.
Nelson has a Schatzi-Lein, du
even-
kleines Schwein.
It's even in my...
You know what that means? A bag full of color. Let's see how this guy transports 500 kilos of paint. He does it. That's the Alaska Brute. You tell him to do it and he just does it. We checked out a whole bunch of axes earlier, and while they were really cool, it made us forget to get any respirators.
Safety third.
So now Mr. Nelson here will be working with pigment in the lungs.
But
Suck it up, Buttercup.
we were prepared to give anybody a proctology exam.
Nice.
We're gonna do a couple different projects.
We should have brought chairs.
I'm gonna be working.
That looks satisfying. So what's happening here is that Nelson did apply some color and then he's going over it with white in order to scrape the white back off and reveal the color under it. Is that correct?
That's what we're going for.
He's also leaving rocks right where he's standing so that there's a trip element to this whole thing. Okay, so that's a lot of scraping. I mean, it looks really cool actually, huh? But it's very minimal. Whoa, look at how crazy this looks. But is this your color or is this old color?
It's all.
So the idea is to get these really distinct color patterns and revelations out of this.
I like how you're able to, when you start scraping down, you're able to see all the layers and history of the people that have been here before, which I think is fascinating. It's almost like a archaeological dig to a certain degree. We have only a slight understanding of what's underneath, but we need to create a white wall in order to really appreciate what's underneath, because the rest of the stuff gets lost.
Just try to rubber. Just smears it more, huh?
Just smears it more, you don't have the control. Look at that, it's so cool. Look at this.
Layers upon layers of paint. So currently Nelson is more or less cleaning the wall.
No, I'm looking at the history of the wall.
You're doing a reductionist painting?
Not working. Just comes out in mush.
It's too uneven.
Works well when you get down to the actual stone.
So Nelson, tell me real quick, what's the, do you have a change in plans here or what's happening?
Always. We're seeing what we can do.
Okay, we moved from the wall to the log. Nelson likes the log. Okay, so where are we now?
Better. Well, you have a chair, and you have cloud 9. So you have chair 9. Really want to stripe this thing, but it's going to be messy. Put one fat racing stripe right here.
We decided we don't like the fluffy clouds going over. So Nelson's gonna redo it. You successfully look a little bit like a mess, Buttercup.
I'm actually clean.
What do you think?
I like it. Well, the thing that's interesting is that we came to this particular place under the pretense of how time contextualizes a place and not the other way around, where a place contextualizes time. And this particular place was Checkpoint Bravo, which is where you waited to go from West Berlin into East Berlin through and into West Germany again. And this part of the Autobahn had actually been started to slowly been retaken over. And actually, if you go above this, you'll see that there's just trees that have actually grown completely over this whole area. The other interesting thing is that this place now is a place to do graffiti, which has all these layers of the history of the writers that have been overlaid and overlaid and overlaid, and we scraped along some of those and got to look at them. But the funny thing is that Checkpoint Bravo was also this place with it that you wait. Dry Linden was literally a campsite that when your car was being taken apart to make sure that you weren't smuggling people in, you had to wait for a few days. Inadvertently, we made something a place where you can experience time as a place to sit and wait. And so you actually get to contextualize the place by sitting and enjoying the time that you were there. So it did 180 and then did another 180. And honestly, it's the best painting that I've done this year. And it's temporary, even though it's substantial, it's ephemeral. Somebody's gonna paint this over and it's gonna be gone. But that's also kind of the point. Like this place, at one point it was something very different, and then it got recontextualized.
Nelson found another log, and I think has voiced an interest in painting another log. Are you painting another log, Mr. Nelson?
Maybe.
That was a yes. Ah, that's some solid fumigation. Don't you have a headache from that yet?
I'm not breathing.
Careful, sometimes there may be snakes in there and dragons.
Oh, wow. Get over on this side.
So demanding. Woo!
Oh, it smells so bad. I mean, look at how thick that is. Look at that. Look at that.
So what's happening now is all the shavings get repurposed as a floor. Nelson is really insistent on me getting video of him breaking down the wall.
No, it's like playing a fish.
Ooh. It's a big fish. And
Cool, isn't it?
And what it reveals under it too.
It's too bad you can't smell it.
Yeah, it
so bad.
smells pretty dang rank. He's getting really excited about this tear off. It's just so satisfying.
It's like a reverse Gerhard Richter.
kind of taken down half of the wall. We are now populating the frame with the remnants of the wall as we did over there with the other one. And then over here, we have this guy got an upgrade. I think this looks pretty cool. If you go up this way, you will find this used to be old train tracks. And look at it now. All the train tracks are just overgrown with trees. Whee! Okay, we're going out here. There's the log. I think we're kind of done. It's raining. We've done our deeds. We built 2 sculptures. Down there is one of them. Looks pretty cool. Let's go home, have a beer or 2. Nelson, how long did we work here for? 4 hours or so? A little over 4 hours. Our full intention is to leave this place a little bit nicer than when we came. So there's been some trash pickup happening. Obviously we left 2 sculptures and we're taking all of our junk and some other people's junk, as much as there will fit in the trash bag. That was very nice, supplied by Felix at Overkill at Schlesisches Tor. It's just fucking neat. We did it.
We did it.
High five.
High five again.
Oh wait, left. Whoa, whoa.
Left 5.
Whoa,
Whoa.
easy.
Let's slow that down. Slow down.
Whoa. Okay. Heart. Okay, we done. We did it.
How am I so...
Will you say goodbye? If you lean forward a little bit, I get twice of you. No, up and forward. Okay, peace out.